welcome back to another delicious episode of Shelly's Homemade. And today, guys, we're going to be making some clam chowder. So, first off, we're going to get our veggies chopped up for our clam chowder. Now, I know people, I don't like a lot of potatoes in my clam chowder, so we're just going to be using 2 russet potatoes, an onion, and a celery. So, let's start with that potato. So, let's get it all peeled up. You can leave the skin on if you want. I kind of just prefer to like peel it for this recipe. Now I know that people be using like red potatoes, Yukon Gold or whatever, but a nice hearty russet I think is what's needed for this particular soup. And it's cold outside, so it's soup season. Yes, soup season. Soup and bacon season, you know? Why not bake? And get these all peeled up. There's only 2 of them, so it's not going to take long. I have a bowl of water here so we can let our potatoes soak off all of that starch and dirt. And then we're going to give it a rinse. Alright. Any bad parts you see, just take that peeler and go right back over that same spot and get rid of that. Just like so. Alright. Let's grab this up. This. And get rid of that. Now, I like to cut it in half. Just like you see right here. I'm going to cut both of them in half. Now we're going to cut like 4. And get them like the size you would want to see on your spoon, like bite-sized pieces. You don't want like big ones, and then like big ones take too long to cook, stuff like that. So you want like see pieces like this, like small bite-sized pieces. You can cut them as big as you like, but just that way it'll cook, and it won't take long to cook, and you won't be overcooking your soup. Waiting for those potatoes. And these are 2 small potatoes. Right in there, in that bowl. And let all those starches and everything release from that potato. Just like this. I'm just going to move it around to get it started soaking those starches out. And I find that in warm water, not hot, not cold, but warm water releases that starch. You know what I'm saying? You can see when this water is cloudy, it's starting to release that starch and the dirts and impurities off of that potato. You don't want to consume that, so make sure you do that. I'm going to flip my chopping board over. Go ahead and deal with the onion. Just like so. Alright. You don't want really big pieces of onion in your soup. This is a clam chowder, so it's mostly about the clam and the onion. The onion and the celery does nothing but bring flavor to that. So let's get that in there. I hope everyone out there is having a fantastic day today. You know, nice and cold outside, so this soup is what you want. celery. I'm gonna cut out all the bad parts. A nice, and this is a nice, healthy, big old celery stalk. Alright? And in my soup, I like more celery than onion. And this is a big monster celery stick. So, and it's nice and thick. Us girls like those thick things. You know? Like those thick things. So we're gonna cut it a little thin. Look how much celery this thing giving us. Nice. Like thick. Big old thing of celery, babe. This. Give me nice pieces of celery. Nice, nice, nice. Guys, nice. Alright, that's all cut up and wrapped to go. All my vegetables are cut. We come back. We're gonna start the base for our clam chowder. Nothing better than clam chowder on a nice cold day, hun. This is absolutely delicious, y'all. So we have my Dutch oven. Cast iron Dutch oven heating up for my bacon. So we're going to want to use 4 to 5 slices of bacon in here. And my son brought me this for Christmas. Yay me. And I just love it. I just love it. So we're going to just go ahead and cut some of these bacon into the pan. Just like so, and we're going to get this bacon all cooked up. Let it release all its delicious fats and flavors right into this pot. That's what we want. We want to release the bacon and all the grease and everything, because that's what we're going to use to cook our celery and onions. We're going to add this to the pan. This is what we want, guys. This right here. Cook up some delicious bacon. And the pan is not that big, and this works because not everybody in my house eats clam chowder. So I'm just loosening the bacon, because you know when you cut bacon like that, it's all stuck together. So I'm just loosening the pieces by moving it back and forth. And bacon lets off such an amazing aroma when you're cooking it. And you want the bacon all cooked up. And as soon as it's finished cooking, we're going to remove it from the pan and start on our onions and celery. Look at that. It's cooking up nicely, guys. So nicely. So I'm just going to let this thing cook. And it's done. We're just going to come back. Alright, so now that my bacon is done, we're going to go ahead and add our onions and celery to the pan. Let that cook up. Just a little bit before adding that garlic. So once this get to where I want it, we're going to go ahead and add some garlic to this. Alright, so now these has cooked until almost translucent. That's what we're looking for. So I'm going to go ahead and get some garlic. And we're just going to add a heaping teaspoon of that to our mix. Stir it in. I'm telling you, something about garlic and onion hitting the pan. Oh. Alright, so now we're going to add a couple tablespoons of flour. And slowly add. You don't want to add it all at one time, and then it tends to clump. And you just want to cook the flour taste off for a few seconds, for a few minutes, like a minute or so. Not too long. You don't want, we're just cooking the flour taste out. So 30, maybe a minute or two, not no longer. Now, let's add our clam juice, and slowly, and this is a cup of clam juice. To the party. That is beautiful. That's some more. Right in there. Now our beautiful potatoes. We'll go ahead and add that. And we want to let these potatoes in here. Move them around. Let's add our heavy cream. So about 2 cups of heavy cream. is where we go ahead and season up and cover it up. A little season on. Some Obey. Not a lot, just a sprinkle. Garlic powder. Onion. And a splash of chicken bouillon. Not a lot. You don't want to overpower it with salt. And you just give it a stir. And cover it. Alright, so now that our potatoes and everything is done, time to check it. Flavor and salt. Okay. Got enough seasoning. I'm going to add our 2 cans of clams, chopped clams. You can use fresh clams if you like. And you can add more clams. Instead of 2, you can add 3 or 4 cans. But for this amount, I think 2 cans is enough. Now all we're going to do is just let the clams heat up. But they're already done. You don't want a mushy clam, chewy. You know, nobody want a clam chowder like that. I'm just going to go ahead, take it back. Look at that. It's a serious, delicious pot of clam chowder, guys. Look at that. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and plate this up. I'll be right back. Alright, so let's have some clam chowder. Into the bowl. Look at that, guys. Look at that. That's a clam, that's a bacon, that's a potato. The bacon gives it a light smoky flavor in the background. Clams are perfect. They're not overcooked. Potatoes are perfectly done. The celery and the onions add nothing but flavor to this. This is the perfect bowl of New England clam chowder. Oh my goodness. So guys, go ahead, make this dish. And while you at it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, guys, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video.